vehicles are on their way.
Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. We are back again in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And before I begin, let me just look something up real quick. Let's see here. Where is that thing? Playlist. There you go. Okay. Anyways, yeah, oh, wrong screen. I don't have my camera on. But anyways, welcome back to another video, or live stream to say the least. Today's video is actually going to be sponsored by Threshold and XENVIRO because now I have received a copy of a fun little program to show off to everyone. And basically it makes everything so much more fun with this program. So a big shout out to Magnus and at Threshold and XENVIRO for giving me the opportunity to show off the product and multiple things coming soon as well. So before we begin, I'm also going to show you how I plan my flights using SimBrief and Navigraph and how I would find my information and sorts. So let's hop into SimBrief. While we have the background crew, they're currently catering the aircraft as we speak. And it's really windy at our destination airport today. So we are gonna hop into our lovely program here called SimBrief. We're gonna make a new flight, flying Nordic. I forgot the call sign actually. If we actually go to, what up if I go to here, VATSIM. We are flying this here as well, so it's a VA, a fun little VA. Let's see our book flight. So I have no idea what call sign it is in use right now, if I'm being honest with you. Haugesund, book this flight. We are Nordic 6 Tango Mike. And of course we'll be flying on VATSIM. Let's open up Pegasus as well. We are flying NOD. Lima November Oscar Delta. November Oscar Delta, that's fine. Let me just get YouTube. Let's see here. This here I could copy and paste it. There we go. Or actually I can't. We're flying on VATSIM and dispatch via SimBrief. We want at least 3,500 extra fuel today because of the wind and weather at Haugesund. So we're just gonna get that sorted out. So basically it's filling out everything as if I was filling it out. If I go to my edit flight page now, actually, there we go. So you just fill in the information such as airline, flight number, departure, arrival, and then the aircraft type. And then here's all my information that I need in terms of that. So we have 180 packs on board today. Quite a large number of cargo on board as well, so that's going to be fun. Like I said, everything here in Oslo is pretty nice weather, but in Haugesund is showing 270 at 37, gusting 47 knots, which is very gusty. And visibility is still 10, vicinity showers, few clouds at 1,200 feet, scattered at 2,200 CBs, broken 3,200, and temperature 11, dew point 06, QNH 90901. So the dew point and the temperature is getting pretty close to each other, so I'm not surprised if next thing you know it's going to be a fog that we might encounter when going to Haugesund. If we also open up Navigraph, which is the system for our planning in terms of like arrivals and stuff like that, we can unload our previous flight and import our new flight now to Haugesund. We will select, yes, it's already selected 19 right for departure, Atlas 7 Delta, but runway 31 is used in Haugesund. And we can only do a couple approaches, and it should be the RNAV approach to runway 31 into Haugesund via bum up. And we can also plan that if we are unable to land 3-1, we can attempt to do runway 13 with an ILS approach. But again, that's a little bit more worse for us because the wind is going at a, yeah, it's showing 47 knots, 270. So we'll be getting a huge tailwind on that part. But if we go to the RMP approach now, you can see here that we are well in, yeah, we can take the LPV Cat 1 approach, which will give us the minimum at 223. So it is possible, I guess, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see once we get closer. The chances of us diverting because of unable to land is very small anyways. We're gonna put this puppy down nice and easy. So yeah, let's hop into the simulator, or sorry, let's hop into the cockpit now. Okay, so welcome aboard into the cockpit. It's a bit laggy for some reason. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. Anyways, I usually turn emergency lights on first so I can turn on the dome lights since it's very dark outside, and then turn on the battery. Let's see here. I just need to adjust on. Oh shit. Let's see here. That's just too loud in my opinion. Let me just turn that down as well. Okay, I guess I can. Oh well. Alrighty, so we have a battery on, and we are scheduled to depart anytime soon anyways, so we're just gonna go ahead and get the APU on as well for now, since it's pretty cold outside as well, so might as well get some heating going on to the cabin here. Like I said, this video is sponsored by XENVIRO, and as you can see here, here's the XENVIRO menu. We have the main menu where you can also have historical weather. So if you're a person who loves to fly during winter, and it's not technically winter, but you remember on that specific day it was so bad weather and you want to fly that, recreate that memory again, you can do that with XENVIRO. We also have the weather search, which it will get the nearest weather information about the nearest airports, which is so nice. And it even connects to SimBrief. So this whole route, it will get accurate weather data for that as well. So like nearest. So it's pretty nice. As settings, you can also change the settings in terms of like if you want to do easy mode, real mode. I have mine always set to real because real is best. So you can see here you can have like many different settings on. It's so nice. Why is that to 0 though? If I turn that up, real mode. Let's see it. 100% reduce surface crosswinds. No, we don't want that. Hidden flight simulator. Oh, okay. Start with flight simulator. Let's turn that on as well. Okay. Alrighty. So we have AP on, as you can see. There we go. We then enable that. Now we have power supplying the aircraft. We can also pop onto the APU bleeds to get some air in. Get our window heat on to start heating up the vinyl so that we can get a nice protective layer on our windshield. Nav, good. Everything's going on the left hand side. Everything looks good there. We're going to turn up our panel and just making sure that we aren't bleeding or any losing any electricity. So you can see here that it's all plus DC amps. Everything is good there. Everything is good down there. Window heat is on. Pro-P stays off. NCIS is not needed right now. Electrical hydraulic pump stays off for now. Everything looks good there and good there. Logo light can come on and wheel light can come on as well. Let's also get some light here so that we can see. Flood, panel lights, everything is Gucci there. We're also going to be flying VATSIM, so let's quickly check the VATSIM map. See if there's any ATC coverage. It looks like there's, yeah, it's going to be on at least here on the west coast, so that's good. So on our system here with Norwegian Air Shuttle VA, we can actually just send the flight plan to VATSIM. And it takes a couple of seconds. There we go. We are flying as Nordic 6 Tango Mike. We can also apply that into VPilot now. Okay. NOZ 6 Tango Mike, Boeing 738. And our SELCA code, even though it's not needed, is Delta Mike Charlie Foxtrot as stated here. So we can just put that into the system here as well. DMCF, and we can connect. And connect. There we go. So let's go ahead and start filling out the information on our FMC. We are at Gardermoen. Gate number, oh, okay, this is weird. I think some keybinds have been changed for some reason. No, it's actually not changed. It's just me who just flew X-Plane recently, and I'm using my X-Plane key bindings. 68. We can actually take the position from 68 instead. We are flying from ENGM, and our arrival airport is going to be Haugesund, which is Echo November Hotel Delta. There we go. And departing off of runway, let's see here. What runway did Navgraph give us? 19 right, Atlas 7 Delta departure. Atlas 7 Delta route. Next page. So after waypoint Atlap, we are flying on the P600 airway towards Haugesund. And then IP mode. And then Z280. And then Ulvås, where then we should be joining the Ulvo 1 Victor arrival into Haugesund on RNAV Zulu approach, not 13 actually. RNAV Zulu, RNAV 31, Ulvo 1 Victor, and our transition there is going to be bum up route. Now we can usually check over our whole route here to see if it looks correct at all. So we go to the plan page, we go to legs, and then we step through the route to see if it looks correct. And so far it looks correct and everything is good. I'm happy with it. I'm going to go ahead and basically activate it if I can. There we go. Activate, execute. We can also start doing our loading here, our payload on board. We have, let's go OFP. This is just basically everything is SimBrief into a like tab sort of like company style looking. Yeah, it's basically virtual airline if you know what that is. And then basically takes all the information you have on your OFP, which is from SimBrief, makes it easier to read, which is also really nice. So our estimated is going to be 60.5 here. And then if we go to our fuel, we did add extra. So we have a full ramp fuel of 8.1. And the minimum takeoff fuel is 4 with our trip as well. So if we then go here, we can go to init ref. And let's actually request a perf this time. But then we're going to change the cost index to, what was it, Norwegian's 9? Yeah. Takes a couple seconds. I can't wait for the EFB to come out on PMDG. It's going to be so nice. Let's load that in and let's just execute it for now, and then we'll go and change it on ourselves. 9, and our planned fuel is going to be 4 today. Let's just blank 4. Actually, it should not be 4. So 4, let's see here actually. So we have 8.2 on board, and our en route fuel is 2.1. Instant efficient fuel. Let's see here actually. En route burn plus takeoff. Oh shit. Okay, hold up. If we go to our calculator real quick, 4.4 plus 2.1, it should be about 6.5 on board. And then we have 8.2, so 8.2 minus 6.5 should have a 1.7 in reserves at least. Like so, like that. So it wants us to cruise at 220, but the company wants us to cruise at 340. And judging by the winds, I'm guessing it's pretty shit as well. So we're going to go ahead and go to 340 with that. And then the cruise wind for there, if we go back to our flight plan and SimBrief, because even though it says unable, we can technically. Let's go ahead and view the PDF here. The wind at 370, what was it, 370? 340, oops. Yeah, 340. So 340 is 266 at 065. And then our temperatures there is minus 44. Minus 44. Like so, like that. Initial altitude or transition is 7,000 feet. Oops, 7,000. Forgot 10. And one limit, let's just do a selected temperature of 58 with a D rate to takeoff of 22,000, which gives us a takeoff thrust D rate setting of 87.4. Takeoff, we are doing flaps 5, which is standard, CG 19.7, V1, V146, VR 146, V2 147. Don't worry about the unable stuff. We're just gonna go high speed anyways into there. There should be 0 on the runway slope. I remember that from a previous flight. And the wind at here is showing 220 at 9. Of course, you can also use XENVIRO's function to look at the weather, like I said. Here, looking for weather airport, ENGM 220 at 9, it's correct. Temperature 8 minus 00. So, QNH is 9er 8 what? It was 9er 8... 9er 85. So let's go ahead and get that set to 985. Like so. And then we have a cruise of 340. And land altitude is going to be, oops, 6 or actually 700 since it's technically between there. So oops. There we go. Okay, so everything is technically set up ready and we are ready to go. So let's double check if there's any ATC on for us right now. And it looks like there is. We have Gardermoen approach on 120.450. Erikas. Such a cutie. Let's go ahead and ask him for our clearance. Let's see here.
Right. Copenhagen 271 right, November, holding point 1 right. Clearance will be to Flesland at lap 7 Delta, 7,000 feet. Squawk 2014.
I'm also going to show you how I write my notes. So we can also request a D-ATIS. Let's just request that and look at it. Information, because we have the weather already, but we don't have the thing, so it's Foxtrot current. I don't know why it's doing that.
271 confirmed, squawk 2014. 2014 Scandinavian 271. Correct.
Gardermoen approach. Good evening, Nordic 6 Tango Mike.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, Oslo approach. Hello, pass message.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, information Foxtrot. We are requesting clearance to Haugesund.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, clearance Haugesund at lap 7 Delta, climb 7,000 feet, walk 7370.
We are clear to Haugesund at lap 7 Delta, 7,000 feet, squawk 7370. Nordic 6 Tango Mike. Wow.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, be back, correct.
7370. So then we automatically put it in here, because if we don't, then we forget about it, and then we're going to have problems at the end, and then we don't like problems. So 7370. You can just do T only now, because we're almost ready for departure anyways. So fuel pumps can go on, everything else can up here, like set there, and then we can actually just follow our normal checklist here. If I can find it. Let's see, I sent it to some guy as well. It should be in my thingy here. Yeah, no, I think it's on Google as well.
031, taxi Golf November, holding point, runway 19 right. Golf November for 19 right.
And open image, there we go. So, we can basically just follow the checklist here. I'm just gonna zoom out. Actually, I can just put here. So, pins cover already removed. Options, let's just say it was already tested. Nav and transfer display is normal auto. Window heat is on. Air conditioning and pressurization is on auto, and APU is on there. Flight instruments, I actually haven't set that, so let's actually quickly set that on 7,000 feet. And then it's 012 here, since we're, sorry, 192. 2 and 192.
Runway 19 left.
And then our speed here for our bug will be set to our V2 speed, which is, oh, I got it changed, 147. Okay, so flight instrument is set and checked, and QNH is 9085, reading 700, and 700 is checked. Parking brake is now going to be set. And entry start levers is cut off, rudder aileron trim is free and 0, and taxi and takeoff briefing. Let's quickly do that since we also didn't do that. So we are departing runway 19 right. It's going to be a simple taxi. I'm guessing he's going to give us either via hotel and then to Papa, or he might guess up this way. So it might be via Delta and Victor, and then yes, it should be either way, which is fine. Like I said, runway 19 right is for departure. It's going to be on the FTOG, or is it ATLAP? I think ATLAP 7 Delta departure, where then we will climb to 7,000 feet. And there's a speed restriction here of max 250 below 10,000 feet. So it's going to be straight out and then make a right turn on course 241, direct off Mike 442. And then we would likely get a direct to ATLAP from here. So it's going to be a quick departure out. Initial climb clearance is 7,000 feet, and we have 7,000 set, and expect further climb by Oslo approach. If we also, we can also plan in case of anything below V1 speeds, we'll call no-go, inform ATC about what's happening. But if we have to continue takeoff, we'll continue climb straight ahead on track 192. And then we will inform ATC about what our intentions are after that. And if we do need to return, then I think we're going to be doing the ILS approach into Oslo again. Because it's easier. Or, well, technically it's actually visual flight, and it's really nice weather anyways in Oslo, so we could come back in for runway 19 right if it doesn't, what's it called? If it's not, what is the word? If we don't need to come back immediately, but if we do need to come back, then we could probably request for 01 right, so that we don't impede on traffic there. But anyways, the minimum sector altitude for runway 01 left anyways, when we're going that way, is 3,900 on the left-hand side, and it's lower on the right-hand side, so it'll be this way anyways. So, I mean, I guess that's complete. Fuel, we have 8,100 on board, and fuel pumps is on. Passengers signs is on. RTO on the auto brakes. CD pre-flight and ACARS is complete. Takeoff speeds, V1146, VR146, and V2147. Hello, Vibe. I'm doing alright. What about you? MCP V2 set 147 here, heading is 192, and altitude initial is 7,000 feet. And those are all set and beautiful. So we are basically ready for pushback. So we're just going to actually remove all the fun stuff there, and then we will request for pushback now. Well, first maybe, this is one thing from a controller as well. Please have your pushback ready before you actually request for pushback. Because when you request for pushback and you're still sitting here for like 10 more minutes, we kind of hate that, because, you know, we expect you to be ready to push and push immediately. So get your pushback set up before you request for pushback. You're doing good? Oh, that's good to hear. Long time no see. Hope everything is going well in terms of, yeah, well, I already asked that actually, if you're doing good. So it's good that you're doing good. As mentioned, for those who joined, this video is sponsored by XENVIRO and Threshold. I am testing out XENVIRO 2020 right now, and so far it's really nice. It makes it more like honestly, it makes it more realistic when I was flying. Hope you're good. I am doing awesome. You know, ATPL studies is a lot, and oh my gosh, it's just a lot. But I mean, it's fun. So it's streams. Continuing. I was thinking of doing face cam again today, but I can't be asked to set it up. So, And Gardermoen Nordic 6 Tango Mike, we are ready for push and start, stand 68.
Stand by. Copenhagen 271 aircraft in front heading southbound. Runway 100 right, clear for takeoff. Service in 220 degrees, 15.
And before start checklist, flight deck door is closed and locked. Doors and windows closed and locked. Anti-collision light is on. And transponder is TA. And all set. And we can take this to left.
One aircraft in front heading southbound.
So,
For the X6 Tango Mike, QNH 984 hectopascals, push and start approved.
984, push and start approved. The Nordic 6 Tango Mike. 5, 4. Thing is, just if you ask for push, if you don't push straight away, it messes up and you have to restart. True, true. So you have to like request and be kind of ready. Let's go get a pass off and let's start engine number 2. And we can also start a timer clock. We see N2 is rising now. We hear the engines rumbling as well. Oh, beautiful. And we also see N1 is also starting to rise as well. Starting to spin. We have 20 there. 24, and we put fuel at 25. On there. Push completed.
Unicom for Canadian 297, I'm thinking.
Okay. Canadian 271 report.
Beautiful.
Passing 1,700 feet now.
About 1 minute-ish. And there we go. And clock off. Starting engine number 1 and we restart clock to see if it matches up.
Hey, Stefan.
20. Everything is good there. And 25. Then we see fuel flow should start to rise and oil pressure also rising, as you can see there.
Speedbird 8 Victor Kilo, descend altitude 5,000 feet. QNH 984 hectopascals.
Why does Oslo do straight push? Because, well, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. When there's multiple planes pushing back, we don't have to wait for each other, you know what I mean? If there's a plane that was pushing on like that, then the person who's standing at this gate would have to wait. But if everyone pushes straight push, then when you're ready, you can just do a turn, which everyone does. So it's very convenient actually, and it saves. Oop, forgot to. There we go. That's fine. Anyways, both engines is good and beautiful, so we're just gonna do our after start flows. Oop, there we go. There we go, and that goes off. Packs can come back on. APU goes off. Engine goes on. Pro P goes on. Yaw damper goes on. Then we set our flap setting. Quick flight control test. Make sure everything is good, free and correct. For some reason, we got new speeds again. Anyways, that should be fine. Anyways, that's good. And then we can now do our after start checklist. Well, technically before taxi. Generators is on, Pro Beat is on, anti-ice is not needed, air conditioning packs auto, isolation valve auto. Engine start switches continuous, recall, I forgot to do that. Recall is checked, no warnings. Engine start levers idle, D10 flight control is checked and free and clear. Ground equipment is clear, APU is off, and before taxi checklist is complete. We can also turn off the light here. So we can call it for taxi. And Oslo Nordic 6 Tango Mike ready for taxi.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, taxi Delta, Papa November, holding point 19 right.
Delta Papa November 19 right, then Nordic 6 Tango Mike. So we got Delta, Papa, and November. So it's going to be basically to the left here. So we'll be making a left turn over there. So let's go ahead and move. Give it a little bit of thrust here. And we're going to start turning left immediately. But for some reason, I noticed that my rudders, going left, it has a slight, it's a lower turn angle than going to the right for some reason. And I did set my GSX wrong. It's supposed to be at least 60 meters, but I set mine to 40 meters by accident, but oh well. So we're just gonna give a little bit more thrust here on turning. Usually I could turn much easier on the right rudder instead, but yeah, let's not think about that.
Victor Kilo, be above at transition, clear the LS, runway 19 left, report established.
Yay! And now we can get number 1 also up a little bit.
11271 on third ATC, monitor Unicom 122.8, so long. 122.8, 11271, high up.
Ooh man, it's very dark. So this is Gulf right here, so it's gonna be one more down. So we can actually just go ahead and... Actually, no, it's Delta. It's Delta. It's Delta. So that we're going to take Delta. We can also double check our charts here. Yeah, it's Delta. We're also going to turn down a little bit of our background lights here so that we can... Beautiful. And we can go back to idle. There's Yankee, so we got cleared for Delta Papa November 19 right. So we should be making left onto Papa, which is going to be the first taxiway here. To the left now. And you can confirm it by seeing Papa on the ground as marked. A little more thrust here. So I'm actually really excited to see how the wind is behaving with XENVIRO in Microsoft Flight Sim. It's gonna be fun. Let's double check the winds again here at Haugesund. Very good to flight. Still showing gusting 4.9, which is gonna be so fun. You still do ATC at Keflavik? I do. It's really fun. It's just I like flying more now that I'm flying or learning how to fly properly with like big planes. So I prefer to fly more now. So we are going to be doing an intersection departure here at Alpha 7. So we can now go ahead and do the before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff, flaps is 5 indicated, green light, and we have planned 5 here in our system checked. Stabilizer trim is going to be now set to 6 units. Let's get that set. If we don't, then we're going to use more back pressure than needed. Go, and cabin call, let's just say it's already been given. I don't have any cabin crew on board anyways. And before takeoff checklist is complete. And we should be one for... No, there's not. Let's see here. So we're just waiting for ATC to come back, and then we will let him know we are ready to go. We see a plane coming in over there, which is nice. So we are approaching hold point Alpha 7, and we also confirmed that we are doing 19 right for departure here, and 19 right is shown on the signs there checked. Should approach Nordic 6 Tango Mike.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, that's the message.
And Nordic 6 Tango Mike, we are ready for departure Alpha 7.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, line up and wait, runway 19 right.
Line up it, runway 19 right, then Nordic 6 Tango Mike. So I turned on the land lights for a second, just because I thought I got the clear for takeoffs, but we didn't yet. So strobe lights comes on first. Let's line up onto the runway.
Stick 6 Tango Mike, runway 19 right, service in 22015 knots, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19 right, Nordic 6 Tango Mike. Let's do rolling. And
Nordic 215
clock.
5000.
Takeoff.
5000 feet, Nordic 215.
And thrust set. Airspeed alive. Checked. 100. A little bit of Aileron there. V1, rotate. Check, gear up. Should be about 400 feet there. And 1,000 feet. Checked. Make that right turn. Can hand fly it out for a bit.
Speedbird 8 Victor Kilo established.
Speedbird 8 Victor Kilo established, islet for runway 19 left.
Speedbird 8 Victor Kilo set, it's been 22015 knots, runway 19 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 19 left.
And
Speedbird.
accelerating, we could just come autopilot 1.
8 Victor Kilo.
And Nordic 6 Tango Mike, 2600.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, Oslo approach, climb for level 210. Priority direct, uplap, no speed restriction.
210, no speed restrictions, Nordic 6 Tango Mike.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, direct uplap.
And direct utlap, 6 Tango Mike. Utlap checked and confirmed. So let's go put the flaps 2. Actually flaps 1. And about 3,000 feet, we can also delete our requested, or sorry, not requested,
215, clear the LS 1.
our planned climb 2, so performance, so let's delete that, and then we get a higher climb there. And flaps up. And no speed restrictions, so we are going to cancel the speed restrictions on climb here. Let's see, speed restrictions, there we go. It's such a short flight that no wonder why it doesn't want me to cruise there. Unable to cruise altitude, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually change the cruise altitude. Why does it say 340? Did we request 340? I think, yeah, we did. So let's actually just go down to 260. Let's reset that as well. 260 checked. Don't worry about the drag, that's fine, I'm happy with that.
37 Kilo Papa, Oslo approach, hello, runway 19 left.
Let's get the level change up in here. Actually, VS. Get a little bit higher climb. Actually, no, let's level change. Go with that. I feel like I should be doing this flight in daytime a little bit more because I want to show off like how the weather doesn't actually, what's it called, the clouds doesn't change, but XENVIRO makes it so that it puts out the clouds realistically as it should in real life. So it should look basically the same thing as in real life, which you can see here, like it's Cirrus right now. Very nice weather. A little bit windy here and there, but it's fine. And for some reason now I actually get like, it feels like I'm getting realistic turbulence. Standard, since we're passing 7,000. Can also clean up a bit more here. That looks good there. Ooh, look what I forgot. Anti-collision lights. Oh well. Forgot about that, but we don't say anything. Anyways, I thought I had that on. We even went through the checklist of that. But anyways, after takeoff, engine bleed is on, PAX is auto, landing gear up and off, check flaps up, no lights, altimeter set, Q&A correction standard, and it's 9,800 both checked. Beautiful. And that's basically it. Climbing nicely towards Haugesund. I'm so excited to see how the weather is going to be there. Let's see.
Yeah, that works too. 58 via Sierra and Juliet.
Let's see.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, not 30ATC, moment 3 Unicom, så långt.
Unicom now, 122.8. Takk, ha det bra. Han er så søt. Erikas. If you're watching, Erikas. QD. 1-2.8 is set. There we go. And we can actually just go direct IP mod. And it won't drag, but I like to do high speed approaches, so it's, yeah, we're gonna fuck the drag. Let's go, Josh. Hi, Simon. Check the show that. So airport elevation is 87, so we're just gonna go ahead and set that to 100 now. Set there. And like we planned before, since it is really windy right now at Haugesund, it's showing still 280 at 36 gusting 400, but that was 30 minutes ago. But I think that's so slow in terms of the weather update. We can also double check on windy to see if it's new weather came in. No, still nothing there. So it's a pretty strong wind, and I believe the 737 was limited at 37 knots. If correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember exactly. But that means that the likely chance of us going around a couple of times because of unstable conditions is pretty high right now. I even put in extra fuel just in case we need to divert to somewhere, and the company wants us to divert eventually. Let's actually go back to Norwegian VATSIM. So let's see here. Our alternate airport for here, if we can actually go to the sim briefing, they want us to divert to Bergen, which is our alternate here. But I also put enough fuel, about 3,500, which is 1 hour and 15 endurance, for us to do couple of go rounds, eventually maybe a hold to see if the weather gets any better. But yeah, so let's just stay tuned for that. I'm a little bit nervous, but it's fine. We're on Unicom, like I said, so that means we can just go up to 260, and we confirm 260 is set and checked. We're still on level change, so that means it's climbing on the actual speed right now. So the speed is set to 305, and if it's too slow, then it'll pitch nose down for speed. So it's pitch for speed, basically. We can even brief the arrival a little bit more, so that everyone can see it. We are doing this arrival here, the Ulvos 1 Victor arrival, which is a RNAV arrival here. And transition altitude is leveled by ATC, so I guess that's, yeah, we don't need to worry about that. But anyways, we are direct IP mode right now. After IP mode, it'll be to Ulvos, where then we need to be at 10,000 feet or higher. And then flight level 80, 4,000 feet for the established. We are, instead of doing the RMP approach itself, we are planning to do the LPV Cat 1 approach, which is a simulated ILS basically, but it's going to be basically on mostly like a VNAV or RMP approach basically, yeah. Well, technically it's an RMP approach, so yeah. Anyways, our decision height for this approach is going to be 333 feet. So it's a pretty high decision height, but the weather, at least the visibility's gone down to 8,000 now actually. That's 3 minutes ago, and it's gusting 40, so we got new weather here. So as of 3 minutes ago, the wind is now 280 at 30, gusting 40. Visibility is now 8,000 kilometers. There is vicinity showers in the area, few at 1,000. Scattered 2,400, cumulonimbus, broken 3,100, temperature 11, So I was right. That means that when we were planning this flight, the dew point and the temperature was getting closer to each other. So that means there's fog now. Or sorry, maybe drizzle or haze, but it looks like it's going to be fog. But the visibility has gone down to 8,000 meters. So yeah, so let's see. If I think this correctly, that means that we are going to try to land on runway 31 as much as we can. But due to the high class Charlie procedure, we can't go below 333 on our decision height minimum, or a minimum altitude right there. So if we could do a go around, we'll try the approach again, and then if that doesn't go well, we then can try to do the 1-3 approach into Gardermoen, which is I believe it's an ILS approach, but that gives us a huge tailwind on runway 13. but that gives us a lower decision height to maybe attempt to land. So see, now that's a problem, because yeah, I'm actually very skeptical about this approach into this airport. Let me just turn down the time a little bit more, because I'm trying to show off the weather a bit, so I want people to see at least. And this video, like I said, it is sponsored by Threshold and XENVIRO, so I am testing out the new XENVIRO system for Microsoft Flight Sim here. It's not new, but it's been updated so much that I think it's time to give it a shot as well. So thank you, Magnus, and thank you everyone at Threshold and XENVIRO for giving me this software to try out and show off. Okay. So that's down 1,000 feet to go to flight level 260, and then we'll start our descent in approximately 40 nautical miles. So it's a pretty short flight. It's up and down, literally. Flight time was stated for, well, it's a 55-minute flight. And we were scheduled to depart at 18:12, but we departed about 11 minutes ago. So we're technically 4 minutes behind schedule departure time, but we should be arriving at 19:07. So we still have good margins. I'm trying to make up lots of time here. We can actually go back to VNav speed. Or actually, no. We'll actually go speed. Speed intervene. Let's go to 7-8 instead. Continue back on the briefing for the approach. Like I said, we will do 3-1. That means if we're going to be doing max auto brakes. And due to the wind conditions, I am going to be doing a flaps 30 approach to give us a bit more room to fly, technically. More area. And if all else fails, we will have to divert to Bergen. I don't even have the flight plan for Bergen yet, actually. Or I think I do, actually. But again, it's going to be a simple... It's basically going to an arrival point anyway. Genuve 1 Papa arrival. And the weather at Bergen, let's check that before we make any decisions. Because we can also come back to Oslo if the weather is still not permitting. Yeah, weather at Bergen is showing 11 knots, gusting to 2, but it is MVFR, visibly 10 and more. Light shower rain. So, divert to ENGM. That is also a possibility. Stavanger. Thank you. Where it shows 2.5, gusting 3.8, visibly 10 and more. Clouds 2,700, cumulonimbus scattered 4,300. So yeah, I guess Stavanger actually would be a better diversion point, Simon. You're correct. I actually agree with you. But if you think about it, when does the weather at Haugesund get to Stavanger? You know what I mean? Like it's such a short vicinity. Like it's short distance from each other. So I'm wondering, like, if I had to do the go around and then eventually another go around and then the other approach, by that time the weather should be at Stavanger, in my opinion. So, but we have Stavanger as our main diversion. But if that's not able, then we can go to Bergen. But Stavanger does have a CAT approach, or sorry, ILS approach, if I'm correct. For since it's what runway are they using? The wind is what, 270. So I'm guessing they're using runway 18, and it's gonna be the ILS approach. So yeah, that's a full down to 200. That's actually better. So if that all fails, then we can try Sula. Okay, agreed. Simon's my now co-pilot here, sitting with me, and let's see how this goes. We can actually go direct Ulvos. And I believe there is actually ATC at the whole Polaris sector in the west coast of Norway. So this is us, and this is ATC. So let's get 120.650 now, and then let's contact him. Give him a heads up, say hi.
Scandinavian 271, contact approach now 121.0, good night. 121.0, Scandinavian 271, bye-bye.
Polaris Control, good evening, Nordic 6 Tango Mike.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, good evening. Polaris Control, just continue, confirm your climbing flight level 340.
Negative, due to our weight now, we've changed it to 60.
Roger, 260, roger. Nordic 6 Tango Mike Polaris, you are identified, flight level 260.
Zero.
And I'm expecting an Ulvus 1 Victor for the RMP approach runway 31 this evening at Haugesund.
And Nordic 6 Tango Mike, confirm Ulvo 1 Victor for RMP 31.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike AFAB.
Roger, then we are expecting Ulvo 1 Victor for runway 31 and shortly ready for descent.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, roger, when you are ready you can descend flight level 100 initially.
When ready, descent flight level 100 Nordic 6 Tango Mike. So, basically he gave us the Ulvo 1 Victor arrival and the RMP approach runway 31. So if we go back to approach, like I said, it's RMP. So we're going to be establishing at 3,000. Our initial approach fix is bum up, 4,000 feet. And then it's going to be down to 3,000 to Lesmu, where then we will be doing the LPV into 3-1. Minimum, let's get that set. It's 333 on Barrow. So let's get that set 333. Oh my god. 333 set. This guy's British.
Descend altitude 7,000 feet, QNH 90903.
Okay. Let's actually get the FPV screen as well on so we can see the actual descent. And the reason why I'm doing auto brake max is that once we touch down, then we'll go to manual braking. But in order for us to get a fast and effective braking immediately, we go to full max. Just for this approach, and because of the runway length as well. It's not too short, but it's not the longest runway either. So we land 3-1. We will likely stop around a little bit after Alpha. Then we will do a 180 back into taxi. Then we'll taxi back into the gate. So, and there's limited of medium area, de-icing area, wind shear turbulence may occur on short final runway 31. Oh my gosh. Deer may occur close to and on airport. How the hell does a deer get onto the airport? Anyways, if all else fails on this RMP approach, we do have the whole MAP. Sorry, not MAP, the glide path angle for each sector here. So that's easy to read. Thank God. Minimum altitude, basically, the whole way down, which is... oh. This is scary, not gonna lie, because I've never done a RMP approach into an airfield where it's 8,000 and the wind is gusting to 40. So this is gonna be a very, very interesting approach into Haugesund. Let's see here. And the company, let's see here. So we started our descent now into Haugesund. We can do the double dings to let the flight attendants know that we are starting our descent.
011 kilo further descent as required at altitude 2,500 feet.
My fault for that, but that's fine. I'll schedule descent. Actually, you can go there. Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We briefed this approach like 4 different times now. And look at how XENVIRO is like drawing up the clouds so nicely. And like usually in Microsoft Flight Sim, the default weather system would draw the clouds all the way up here, but it's just this looks beautiful. Look at that. And you can see the cloud layer over there, the whole top layer. So nice and fluffy. So this is gonna be very interesting. Yo, let's fly, Adam. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm actually planning to only do 1 flight today, I think. But it depends how long this flight's gonna be, because I might either have to divert, hold, or eventually return back to Oslo or land at another airport. So we'll see how that goes. Let's start reducing speed 300. There is no technically speed restrictions for this arrival at all anyway, so we don't need to worry about that.
Good evening, identified flight level 370, continue. 370, well, continue. Brotens 38, Delta.
Alrighty, terrain radar comes on as well, for my sake. I don't want to crash into the terrain on stream. That's going to be a little bit embarrassing. See here. It's a pretty straightforward approach as well. So let's just hope this all goes well. First time doing doing a, what's it called now? Forgot the term in my head now. A LPV approach, Cat 1. This is gonna be fucking fun. And I forgot to mention, I forgot to brief the misapproach. So climb to Bavsa to 2,500 feet. And then turn left direct to the VOR. Enter the VOR holding climb to 2,500 feet. So we're gonna be basically doing a straight ahead and then Bavsa, left turn, and then join the approach into a direct into the holding for VOR at Gardermoen. And it'll be right turns, 133 degrees, and another right to 313 outbound. So that's gonna be fine. But unlikely won't even, we have ATC on, so he will likely direct us around. I think.
Good evening, Polaris.
So yeah, I think I accidentally turned it off. No, it's on. Turned it off on the rear left. Hold up. Let's see here. What's going on? The rain should be coming back short. Or sorry, the weather should be coming back shortly. I just quickly do this. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. And now XENVIRO is taking over again. There you go.
Video 11 kilo via the Gogurt transition into ILS Zulu runway 18. Report established.
Oh. Recycle XENVIRO as well. XENVIRO. Get you back on. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Nicht gut. So, let's get anti-ice on as well. Temperature is -6 degrees Celsius, even though it's below 10, you should turn it on, but just because we're still at a high altitude, I don't want to risk anything. And the QNH is 90901, so we'll get that on standby. 90901. Can't see. There we go. 90901. Set.
Flight level 360.
Scandinavian 46. Good evening, Polaris.
And let's go ahead and go lower speed.
Continue direct Niven, Scandinavian 46.
This is like very sketchy. Look at, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, my fault. There we go. Look at how the light's illuminating in the clouds. Like, oh, beautiful. Alrighty. Get the FPV back on. Those of you joining, welcome. We are planning to go into Haugesund, where the wind is 40, or gusting up to 40, and not the nicest conditions at all. In addition to that, my first sponsored video in cooperation with Threshold and XENVIRO. So I'm testing out XENVIRO's system here. It's so beautiful. Alrighty, let's turn on some lights because we're getting ready for the whole approach now. Get continuous since. And we can now go to the approach checklist or descent. Pressurization landing altitude is set to 100, recall checked. Auto brake is set to max. Landing data, VREF, we've selected the flaps 30 with 150. 8,000 feet, 991 Nordic 6 Tango Mike.
Lufthansa 3 Foxtrot Mike, leaving
And approach briefing, I've done it now 6 times, so it's been completed. And approach, we have QNH 101 set, 135 check, 135 and checked. We are good. Why not the runway 28 at ENCV rather than the runway 18? We aren't landing at we're not landing at Stavanger. We are landing at Haugesund. And the winds favor runway 31. But if you're talking about the what's it called? I forgot. I lost my train of thought now. The diversion. I don't know. I just looked at the runway. I just chose one, but I didn't see the winds yet. I don't even know what the meta is for Stavanger. Well, I did check. So 270, so it will be 28 in use. Did I say something wrong? Wait, why am I looking at No, sorry. Now I'm getting confused because I looked at here ENCV and now I'm looking at Gardermoen, so now I'm getting confused at 2 different airports. But Stavanger, or sorry, yeah, Stavanger will be our diversion airport for sure. And if I actually check IPPC, no worries. That's not your fault, Simon. We check IPPC, we go to Stavanger. Let's get the runway status. Actually, no, let's not get the runway status. Let's get the briefing instead. Yeah. It's a becoming... It's just... no, it's still shitty weather, so disregard that. So 8,000 feet is set, and we're about to approach the fix Hotel Delta 940 with 8,000, and then to approach fix IF is bum up. So das ist gut. And Polaris Nordic 6 Tango Mike.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, pass message.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, just out of curiosity, you have a weather update at Gardermoen?
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, what I've got for you currently is show me surface winds of 280 degrees, 30, gusting 40, we're QNH 991.
Thank you, and do you mind also giving us a little bit of weather information at Stavanger?
6 Tango Mike, A firm, Stavanger show me 27025, gusting 38.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, thank you.
And Nordic 6 Tango Mike, further descent now altitude 4,000 feet.
4,000 feet, Nordic 6 Tango Mike. There's the winds coming in now. Look at that. Yeah, I can't lie. XENVIRO literally made everything just flying wise feels more better. I feel the turbulence. Not quite literally since I'm chair flying, but I mean, yeah. So we got clear for 4,000 feet and no speed restrictions on descent anyways. So let's go ahead and just continue descent down. Let's go to VS now, and we'll manually dirt that. There's 6 down, Mike. That would be greatly appreciated.
Roger, information at 1820 Zulu, 7.280, 30, gusting 40, visibility 8,000, fuel at 1,000, scouted at 2.4 with CBs, and broken at 3,100, QNH 991.
991 Nordic 6 Tango Mike. Yeah. So, no improvement on that either. Oh well. That's fine. As long as I don't crash into a mountain, I'm happy, you know. So, spoilers out, just to give us a bit more drag here. We're gonna get our landing lights on once we get clear for the approach. Or sorry, on the landing anyways, but we can actually turn on the runway turn off lights as well. That's good. And approach, like I said, already checked and we can do landing checklist in a minute once we establish. Is the stream lagging for you guys at all? Just out of curiosity, if anyone can give me feedback on that. Does it look like it's lagging? Look at the waves. Look how dark those clouds there are. Oh. Nope, all good. That's perfect, Alex. Thank you so much, sir. Alrighty, so approaching 4,000, but that's still fine.
Tango Mike, via the BAMAP transition, you're cleared for the RMP approach runway 31.
Via BAMAP, we are cleared for the RMP approach to runway 31, Nordic 6 Tango Mike, thanks. Minimum 333, you just gotta remember that. Anything below 333 and unable to see the landing lights, or sorry, the runway approach lights or ground, I'm not continuing the approach and doing go around. But for some reason, let me just check something real quick. No, it's the same, never mind. We can do flaps 1, speed checked. Bring down speed again to VNAV speed.
Peter 1 Kilo, Roger, thank you very much. Continue, head on Golf, left, Quebec, stand 1-4.
Approach mode arm for LPV or FPV, or what's it called now? Keep forgetting the procedure. LPV. There we go. Or FAC actually.
Vero 1 Kilo, A firm, yeah, you can turn left on Quebec, use Lima, and you can take 20. Lima 20, and thank you for the info.
Best approach altitude is 2,500 feet. Get a little bit lights, a bit too dark. Let's just get the land lights on as well. And speed brakes armed.
We are approaching top of descent 2 miles before Ulvan.
Before Rullebånd. VNAV altitude checked. Let's go down 2,500. Just set to 300 feet. Actually, no. No. 3,000. And glide path checked. 3,000 feet. Or 2,500 feet is set. Flaps 5. Oh my gosh, it's raining as well. This is not good. This baby on as well. Let's get this on just for the views. Oh yeah, look at that. Man. Interesting. Surprisingly, haven't felt the wind gusting majorly yet. We're still pretty high up, so I'm not surprised, but okay, looks like maybe it's clearing up here a little bit, which is good. There we go. FAC, final approach course is checked and established. Turn on to approach course is 313. My fault for forgetting to set that. And the runway's in sight over there, but we're not going off of autopilot until we at least are fully established. You see, because like the visibility could change in a second, so. Flaps 10, speed checked. Could the weather be actually getting better? And we can switch back. I'm fine with that. Yeah, you see? Runway's kind of in sight there. We're continuing anyways. Gears down. Flaps 15, speed checked. And flaps 30. Speed is checked. We're gonna get higher than our VREF. You see it's semi in sight. Not fully yet, but it's getting there. Looks like the wind is already pushing the bad weather out. But you can see how it's the rain is everywhere over there. But the runway is inside now. Okay.
Polaris, good evening, Nordic 843, level 340, descending to
And
100
looks like it's gonna get foggy in a second as well, so we're just gonna continue with autopilot still.
Nordic 6 Tango might confirm your final runway 31.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, affirm 5 miles.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, roger, you're clear to land runway 31. Your surface winds 280 degrees, 30, gusting 40.
Copy the winds, and Nordic 6 Tango Mike, clear to land. See?
Nordic 843, good evening, Polaris, Pesur, 3 Papa arrival.
I'm still not happy about the view, so I'm still leaving autopilot to continue the approach before I take over. We have quite a while to go until our minimum approach, or sorry, our addition height. So, and there's runway almost fully in sight. Yeah, fuck it. Man the control. We're gonna keep throttle to auto throttle for a bit longer. You see, look at the, it's getting, looks like it's getting better, hopefully. The wind is definitely there. You can tell by the angle on the crosswind as well. The moment we're unstable, I'm going around for sure. Because I feel like sooner or later I'm going to be unstable in a second. Ah, come on. Checked. And we're still stabilized. Missed approach altitude at 2,500 feet. Continuing. And we're too high. We're not too high, but we're just a tad bit high. Continuing on the virtual guide path there. Manual throttle. Still too high. Gotta fix it. Come on. There we go. Continue. Still can go around. Come on. Oh no. Go down. Go down. Go down. There we go. If it won't go down, come on. Let's go down. Let's get down. Speed brake. Oh, no. You see? Go around. So, the wind pushed me back up again. I didn't like that. Yours up. Flaps 15. Another 6 Tango Mike going around.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, roger, do you require vectors or visual?
Another 6 Tango Mike, we can go visual.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, roger, the bike left traffic pattern and report final runway 31.
We'll make left traffic pattern and report final runway 31 Nordic 6 Tango Mike. So we did touch down. I mean, I guess you could count that. We did touch down for a second. However, that was not good at all. So let's go ahead and get auto throttle back on.
You can continue with Unicom 122 decimal 8. Good night.
122 decimal 8, bye bye, thank you.
Flaps 10 and flaps 5. Speed checked. Boy, okay. Not the best approach either. Was stable, and then on when it was flaring, it didn't go down. Then wind pushed me up, so yeah. We're gonna try this approach again. Hopefully this time I can. The visibility wasn't a problem this time. It was just the actual getting the plane down onto the ground was a bit harder. But yeah. So we are gonna actually go back to auto throttle again. Heading select. And autopilot 1 engage, altitude hold.
Hello, Nordic
Can shoot level change.
107 for 170.
Oof.
Nordic 226.
You can tell. You look at the water, how it's like pushing. You can see there's so much whiteness from the wind.
340 and direct for
Bloody hell.
Nordic 226.
Confirm Unicom for Airbus 353.
A little bit unsure.
Negative, you've got about 50
Let's see here.
miles to run to the edge of the
We
airspace.
try BUFSA, so we're gonna redo the approach for the RNP approach runway 31 this time. There we go.
Video 40 Delta Lima, you are cleared to Flesland, Aluva 1 Golf departure, squawk 2666.
Off.
Cleared back to Flesland, Aluva 1 Golf departure.
Go.
Video 40 Delta Lima, your readback is correct. QNH is 993.
Pilates Nordic 6 Tango Mike, FA vectors to Lesmu.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, thank you. Could you give me the IKO, please?
Yeah, Nordic 6 Tango Mike, we're actually requesting to redo the RMP approach, but this time from the ocean side of Able. So it will be Oxero, which is the initial fix. So Oscar, X-ray, Echo, Romeo, Oscar.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, roger, thank you very much. Yeah, just found that one on the charts. You climb maintain 3,000 feet, QNH 993, clear direct RXO.
993 and direct Oxero, Nordic 6 Tango Mike.
And Nordic 6 Tango Mike via the Oxero, stand by. Nordic 6
Disregard.
Mike, descend by the Oxedo transition. You're cleared for the RMP runway 31 report. Established.
We're cleared for the RMP approach via Oxedo and will port fully established again, Nordic 6 Tango Mike. All nav, VNAV, VNAV path, approach mode is selected. Approach. Approach, hello.
3 contact pleasant approach now 121.0.
Okay.
Approach 121.0 and Nordic 843, thanks.
Here.
Bye-bye.
Speed intervene. Strange. Let's go speed level change. It's not allowing me to redo the approach again for some reason, but that's fine. It's fine. Oh, cause the whole fuck, this whole approach is fucked up now. Great. Let's see here. If I redo the RMP, Oxedo, execute that. 3,000 feet approach mode is armed. FAC check single CHV and F path, and glide path is still armed. Because it still thinks that we're on the whole go around the mode again. Okay, runways in sight. Let's try this again. And we can go back to manual control. Now. For our control, Nordic 6 Tango Mike, we are established. Laps 10. Yes, on.
You are cleared to land, surface wind 280 degrees 30, gusting 40.
Runway 31, clear to land, Nordic 6 Tango Mike. 15. Let's try this again. Can't guarantee anything, but we're gonna try. Let's redo our perf again. Flaps 30. 25, 30. Get it higher than the VREF this time, just for. There you go. And before landing checklist again, cabin call is already given. Engine start switches, continuous speed brakes is armed. And landing gear down 3, green flaps 30, selected, green light checked. Let's do this again. And let's just do manual braking the whole way. Continue max again. So we're hand flying this right now until final. We're now on final, not until final. We're hand flying the whole way. Just give it some small adjustments. See, the wind is veering, the knots at least. Okay. And miss approach is 2,500 feet. Set. A bit low this time, so we're just gonna hold it off on our yoke here a little bit. Alrighty. Runway's in sight. We're making good progress here. Trim it a little bit more so we don't have to keep pulling back. We're above the speed reference point right now because I find it a little bit easier now to control the plane at a bit higher speed. So that's what we're doing. Bit more. Skavik. Ooh, OSM.
Skyback 3 Delta, good evening Polaris, you're identified passing above 500 feet, continue that climb, flight level 300.
Wait, what? A 30,000 feet? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's try this again. We are on a nice approach. Everything is good, stabilized. We're continuing. 2,500 feet, miss approach altitude set. And here's the wind again, which is not pleasant. You see it pushes me to the right there, so I'm trying to correct. Get down, come on. Because it did say wind shear could be expected, so I'm not surprised that I didn't land the first time. We're checked. Manual throttle. Continue. Checked. Okay, crab it. Let's get it down. Grab it, come on. Speed brakes up. 2 reversers. Bloody fucking hell. 100. And manual braking. Okay. Welcome to Haugesund. Finally. After a couple of tries, we made it.
Good evening Polaris, it'll be a Pester 3 Papa arrival and
Goes
descent
off.
level 100.
Bloody fucking hell. We landed 3 minutes behind scheduled, or sorry, or actually landed on time. Wow, okay. And my scenery is not working here. That's great. And Nordic 6 Tango, correction, 6 Tango Mike, we have landed.
Nordic 6 Tango Mike, congratulations, and any stand in front of you.
Roger, any stand Nordic 6 Tango Mike, thanks. Bloody fucking hell.
See the wind reduced nicely to 36 knots for you.
Ah, a couple knots less. Perfect. Anywho, ja, velkommen til Karmøya. I mean, not Karmøya. Is it Karmøy? I don't know. Haugesund. One of those two. Anyways, park brake set. Let's get the tracks on. And we wait for the ground power to be available. External power, or sorry, pit power, sorry. It's connecting. We can actually shut down engine number 2 first. And ground power comes on. And now we can do number 1. Checked. It's off. Everything goes off there. Perfect, 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 perfect. That looks good. We can take this off. All good on top. And let's do shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps is off. Probe heat is auto. Correction off.
Control, good day, KLM 310.
Flaps is as up. And bracket brake is set. Engine start lever is cut off. Weather radar is off. Technical log is completed. And we have landed. So, yeah. Wow. I mean, like I said, I'm not surprised I couldn't land the first time. The weather is very varying right now, as you can see here. If I just... And the weather disappeared. How nice. I don't know what's happening anymore. Anywho. Yeah, so this was a really fun flight. My first go around on... Well, not my first. My second go around on my channel. So that's pretty exciting. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me. Especially thanks to Threshold and XENVIRO for sponsoring this video to show off their product here. It's such an amazing product. It actually enhances the flight simming experience. So it was so much fun. And thanks for coming in, and thanks to you guys for joining me. And I'll see you guys on another flight, hopefully soon, and hopefully with another product to show off, which is going to be really fun. So thanks. I'll talk to you guys later.